Right then, so Counter-Strike and everything else is being updated. Of course, this takes time, and when it takes time, I don't like it. So here's what I'm thinking. I should do a reaction while all this is being updated, and I should tell you exactly what is happening when it comes to YouTube cracking down more on Adblock. Okay, YouTube cracking down on Adblock. I am going to filter this news for the past hour. Now, here is what I'm going to show you about this. Ad blockers are not allowed on YouTube. This is from my account access. Okay, here it is. Ad blockers are not allowed on YouTube. YouTube experiments with ad blocker detection on the platform. Ad blockers are not allowed on YouTube. The video sharing site warned of some of its visitors who use ad blocking software. A screenshot of the warning first surfaced on Reddit this week. So, YouTube is trying hard to make money from each single registered Google user on YouTube, so it is pushing all registered Google account users to stop using AdBlock. Very simple solution for now. Log out of your Google account to watch a video. Well, maybe that's how it is, but of course, it is really bad. It is really bad to actually watch YouTube with all of the ads starting either at the beginning or at the middle of certain videos, okay? Certain categories of videos getting ads. Because the creators or the owners of the corporation behind the YouTube accounts want ads to run. And it is very annoying to some of the viewers. This could be useful, especially useful, maybe if the user is actually looking for multiple videos on YouTube to actually watch. But it will be very, very, very annoying for those who are watching long videos. Oh, no, hold on. It's the other way around. Long video watchers don't mind the ads, but those who are watching video per video, they're the ones who are going to suffer from this. They don't like it. I don't like it. Even as I'm a user of YouTube Premium, at any time that I stop YouTube Premium and try to use AdBlock, this shit happens. And do I like it at the very least? No, I do not. But of course, YouTube does not care. YouTube really just does not care, and they actually keep cracking down. Pretty much. Small-time watchers, those who do not have YouTube Premium, really just are going to find this bad, okay? It's going to push more and more people away. It's not going to be really pretty for everyone at Google, huh? I mean, what can you expect from Google? They like to rack in the money. That's expected, I guess. Now, here we are, finding ourselves at a moment where we're fighting against another adpocalypse, and this is definitely started by corporate. And I hate these types of things. Okay, so here's Asmongold reacting to it. I thought I should let you guys know Asmongold is reacting to different things, different issues on games, different issues on the internet, different issues on some drama that's being made on the internet, on different social media sites. Reddit may be just one of them, but hey, fine. Let's hear what he has to say.
Ad blockers are not allowed on YouTube. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Yeah.
It looks like you may be using an ad blocker. Ads allow YouTube to be used by billions worldwide. You can go ad-free with YouTube Premium, and creators can still get paid from your subscription. So
that's the thing. The problem is not everyone can purchase YouTube Premium, okay? I may be subscribed to YouTube Premium right now, but that's not the issue. Not everyone is using YouTube as a platform. Not everyone is paying for it because maybe payments are egregious already. So ads actually replace payments. Ads force you to watch advertisements as a replacement to not paying for the YouTube Premium subscription. I can find that as a genius move, but also sneaky as fuck. Real sneaky as fuck. Oh, hold on. Okay.
There it is. You can just close it. Yep. Yeah, you can close it. And this is the way they do it, right? So they're not just gonna flip a switch, right? They're gonna do this slowly, and eventually, you're gonna have to watch ads.
Yep,
That's
definitely. They're gonna force you to watch ads regardless. Yeah.
Have ads in the middle of songs now. Well, I don't know about that. It depends. They're cooking. They'll eventually make it impossible. There it is. I'll read some of the comments. People like frogs in the pot. Well, here's the thing, right? I'll just pay for a VPN. I mean, okay. I mean, couldn't they just make it to where you can't access something with a VPN? Like, I've gone to a website that you can't go to if you have a VPN on.
I don't think VPNs. Okay. About the VPN issue. About the VPN thing. Okay, good suggestion. First off, virtual private networks. They force an internet connection. They force the internet connection of a user to actually use a region that is being, well, used by the virtual private network. But to bypass ads, however, is a different story. Because a certain region can have its own set of ads. A certain region can have its own set of advertisements. So maybe if you actually get onto a virtual private network that has basically no advertisements at all, maybe you got a chance. But unfortunately, you have to suffer a lot of buffering. You have to suffer a lot of low internet speeds. Unfortunately, that's the reality. For those regions that do not have advertisements because they don't have enough money to advertise themselves or their businesses, there are low internet speeds. There is low bandwidth. Okay, like everything. Those island nations, if they have internet, if very small island places have internet, fine, but they don't have advertisements because they got low bandwidth. That in itself is a bad idea. You cannot VPN to their location. You cannot VPN to their location because they don't have enough bandwidth there. So you can avoid ads, but you gotta suffer the low bandwidth. It's not optimal. That's not an optimal way of watching YouTube. It's not an optimal way of watching streamed media at all.
I don't know. What would a VPN change? Yeah, what would a VPN change? Oh, VPNs. So like they actually do change ads. They do, because like if you're going to like Brazil with a VPN, you're gonna get an ad for somebody in Brazil, right? Naturally. So yeah, it's your location, because like for example, like each ad targets different groups of people. So like for example, if you are in Madagascar, you're probably not going to get an advertisement for American McDonald's, right? It's just probably not going to happen. So if you go to Madagascar and there are no ads that advertisers have put under the list of countries that they want their ads shown to, they don't want anybody in Madagascar seeing these ads because nobody there has maybe any money.
Exactly, because there are no customers from Madagascar who are actually coming to the establishments where the advertisements are coming from. I mean, it just makes sense, right? But like I said, if you actually tune into VPNs that are focused on regions that don't have commercial businesses, you are not gonna have a good time when you're watching videos, okay? I'm just saying, you will not have a good time watching videos because no business is coming from your place, so why should the advertisers care?
Or like whatever the fuck, right? Or like some other shit country. I don't even know if Madagascar is a shit country or not, but like I'm pretty sure there's plenty of them where there's like no advertising being done in those countries because the people there don't have any fucking money. So that's why people use VPNs to go to other countries so they can avoid the ads.
Yeah, but suffer the low bandwidth and low connection speeds when you're using a virtual private network, okay? Unfortunately, that's the freaking hard reality of it, and you're gonna have a harder time watching videos that you like in high quality, alright?
It's because ads are only programmed to be shown in certain parts of the world. That's it. So that's a good point. You can set up your uBlock filter regarding this. Has worked for me so far. I want to say, guys, that so I'm going to say two things, and they might be contradictory. Hopefully people can understand the difference. If you are a very savvy internet user, you will probably be able to avoid seeing ads. But most people, and in general, Adblock will eventually be a thing of the past.
That's right. Unfortunately, advertisement blockers can get removed anywhere. So you're going to have to find alternative ad blockers like uBlock Origin to actually do things for you. I have it now installed on my browser to see how effective it is if I'm not using YouTube Premium. I haven't actually seen the extent of it yet, so I don't know exactly. You know what? Let's try it. Let's see what we can do about this, because I am making sure to actually stand with people who are sick of looking at advertisements at very, very problematic places, like from the beginning or from the middle. Really, YouTube has to fix their advertisement placements. They really have to fix it. Now, let's try to watch a music video. Let's try to see if things will be good here, okay? See, there are advertisements right now. Lazada is one of those online retail stuffs that's around the Philippines. Now, there's a second ad! That's the problem! There's a second ad! See? This is the problem! See, that's the problem. Music videos, unfortunately. So yeah, that's just an example. First, see, more advertisements keep playing. So yeah, it's a problem. So what did I tell you guys? Advertisements at unlikely places from the beginning or from the middle. It is not good. There should be proper advertisement placements. Of course, YouTube's turning corporate. They don't really care about the individual viewer. They don't care about the individual. Well, they care about their creators. I can definitely say that. But for Pete's sake, please give the viewers a chance to explore your platforms without the annoying advertisement placements that you've actually done, so that you don't drive them away. Of course, nothing's gonna stop them if they actually download the videos or stream away the videos, so that they can actually view those videos without your advertisements. I mean, they can edit. There are those watchers who can edit your videos. Edit your videos so that they don't have advertisements, so that they can actually provide it to those who don't have internet. Really? It'll actually be better that way if they stream your videos privately and give the copies of the videos, edited videos, to individuals who don't have internet. For God's sake! You're actually giving people the reason to edit videos, to remove those advertisements, and you're actually going to allow piracy? You're going to allow piracy because of these policies of running advertisements and cracking down on advertisement blockers. You guys are really stupid. You guys are so stupid. You don't know what you're gonna do. You don't know what you're going to do when people do this. It's not a recommendation, but people are capable of doing these things for people who don't have internet. And when people are only getting into the internet and finding your platform, of course, they're gonna prefer the videos without advertisements. So screw you, YouTube and Google. Screw you with this policy. Ad blockers being cracked down on. Screw you.
And that's the truth. Because at a certain point, most people will probably just opt to just deal with it. Just watch the ad and not complain. Everybody says, oh, not me, I won't do that. Yes, you will if it takes longer than watching the ad. And there will always be some people that don't do it. But here's the truth. As much as people complain about Twitch showing a bunch of ads and things like this, it doesn't actually affect people's viewership. People say they hate the amount of ads that are on Twitch, but whenever I look at the amount of people that are, people that are playing ads, it does, then show me the numbers that it does. Then show me the numbers, because I don't think the numbers reflect that viewpoint. I want to say also, like, I don't really care about this whole thing, like, oh, well, I click off. Well, who cares about you? There's a million people on the website. Why would they make decisions based off of one person? The truth is that I don't get ads no more on mobile. I get ads on mobile. I get ads on mobile a pretty good amount. So don't trust a specific, you have it fake. Yeah, there you go. Depends on the streamer. We are leaving the channel as the ad starts. This is a viewer power fantasy. Every single observable metric that I have available to me shows that that is not the case. So I understand, yeah, there's no we, that's an I. You say, I am leaving the channel. That's fine.
It's on the person's preference if they want to refresh the page, leave the channel, or whatever, just to bypass advertisements. But unfortunately, Google is finding more and more ways to make you watch advertisements when you try to restart your browser. They do that. It's annoying, yes, but they are good. They are geniuses in doing that. They are snakes. They are real snakes for making you watch those advertisements, because you got no choice. You are a viewer who's not paying. Screw that kind of thing, man. Do I actually want to agree to something like this? Of course not. Advertisements just reserved to cable TV. Seriously.
Making the same argument as voting. If one vote doesn't affect you in the grand scheme of things, but it's a principle that if you affect, you have theoretically infinite amount of me's, then it matters. What I'm saying is that Jesus Christ. Okay. Let me address this. All right. With voting, you're right. And also, you are right. You are absolutely right. That if everybody did something, it would happen. But they don't.
I have to admit that people have their own complaints when it comes to advertisements, but most watchers who know about the economics of advertisements, the economics around online platforms, if they know something about advertisements and how creators actually gain money, most of them would definitely not deal with this. But there are those who don't have any knowledge about this. So, just me being selfish, I understand that. But there are those like me who want this to stop. So yes, unfortunately, Asmongold, I prefer to actually shit on advertisers for making viewers' experience inconvenient. I will say it again and again and again if I have to. Seriously, they're making it very inconvenient. It's already bad enough.
They don't do it. So
that's the thing, Asmongold. They don't do anything about it because they're unknowledgeable. Either they're unknowledgeable or they don't care. Unfortunately, there are people who care.
It doesn't really matter what, like, theoretically, and theoretically this could happen. Well, that's not real, is it? This is just theoretical. Yeah, the metric doesn't show what's not there. Well, I think it kind of does. Honestly, I think it never affects newer streamers, and the older ones, data for up-and-coming streamers is different. Not sure, just my theory. I don't really think that it's that big of a difference, man. Yeah, do a poll to see how many people click off of a stream if an ad plays. I think a lot of people say that they click off of a stream as soon as an ad plays, but I don't think that they actually do it. I think that they say,
I refresh the page every time there is an ad playing. Every time on a stream. That's a completely different story when an advertisement plays on a live stream. That definitely is a bad idea. that is definitely a bad way to actually show your advertisements on live stream. I can understand if there are those who have problems watching on videos per videos, but it is worse if you're actually doing it on a live stream. For Pete's sake, creators and streamers have the right to actually put advertisements at places where they're supposed to, not by the platform. Streamers have that power. At least the streamers have that power, and I like it when the streamers have that power to actually put advertisements at places where it matters, at times where it matters. But of course, if Twitch does it for you, without your input as a streamer, of course, that scrams viewers away from your branding on Twitch, okay? This is why advertisement placements on live streams must be appropriated according to the preferences of the streamer, not according to the preferences of the platform. That's another thing that really needs to be enforced. Because unfortunately, ads still run outside of the preferences of the streamer. Okay?
They do it because they get mad about ads and they like to talk about how they don't watch stuff with ads, but I don't think that they actually do it. You're wrong? No, I'm not. I'm not wrong. The way that I can prove that I'm not wrong is that I can look at the data of different streamers who run a bunch of ads and what their viewership is like before an ad and after an ad. And running an ad, even like a 2-minute ad, does not translate to a quantifiable amount of people leaving the stream that exceeds just the normal ebb and flow of people just leaving and coming into a stream. And that's it. People leave and come back. Yeah, they might leave for like 5 minutes and then they come back and then it's just the same. Go look at the data then. Now you're talking about hypotheticals you criticized 2 minutes ago. What data? What data do you want me to use? What data would you like me to use? For example, Kai and Aiden Ross run 3 minutes of ads non-stop. Have you watched their streams? They spam the fuck out of ads. No. Okay, so then, all right, well, look into it. No, because of that. Yeah, exactly. Are their streams dying? No, they're not. There it is. People don't leave after the ad gets played. They just wait until the ad is over.
Because probably those viewers already are used to the fact that the channel needs ads to run itself. And that a channel on Twitch is really monetized by advertisements. That's the reason that viewers are not leaving that certain Twitch channel. It's because they definitely are legit supporting that channel, and at the same time, letting advertisers do the same too. That's a completely different story. But there are more viewers coming from outside of YouTube who do not understand that. Viewers from outside Twitch who do not understand that. So yeah, the growth of the channel is slowed because of advertisements. That's another thing. That's another thing entirely. Slower growth due to bombardment of advertisements. Something that both platforms have to look more into.
That's it. People watching on their monitor, gaming probably don't click off. Since I usually watch on mobile, I chose to stream or the app entirely if an ad happens. So here is my experience as a person who has done YouTube and Twitch and all of these things over the last, Jesus Christ, almost 10 years. People are much more accepting of ads than they used to be. Back in 2015, 2014, the amount of people that I had watching me that had Adblock on was between 75 and 80% of people. No? I'm not. No. This isn't a no situation. This is me expressing my. Like this is what I've experienced. This is my opinion. This is my. This isn't my. This is data. This is actual data. Yeah, these are statistics. This isn't a no situation. It's data. Nowadays, we have only like 40 to 60% of people that are using Adblock. So the amount of people that have been using Adblock has gone down by almost half. A lot of people use less Adblock because they don't work anymore. Exactly. And did they stop watching? No, they didn't. In fact, more people kept watching. That bulk works just fine. Well, it depends on which one it is. Those that are here won't click off when an ad pops up. Only people that entered the stream and instantly see an ad will leave. That's a barrier to entry, and people will follow the path of least resistance. Yeah, I think pre-roll ads are bad too, but that's like kind of a separate issue. But yeah, I agree with that. I think it's because of more phone users. You're right, there are more phone users, but the truth is that if phone users are willing to watch YouTube on their phone because, like they want to, and they're looking at ads on their phone, that means that those people are still accepting ads, right? I mean, fundamentally, they're still accepting ads. So
that actually makes sense, because the complainants of you seeing ads on YouTube are usually coming from those who are not on mobile phones. So yeah, it makes actual sense that phone users get ads and they don't mind, so they actually join in. Their input is also heard about advertisements. Okay, they won't mind as long as the actual video would actually show up later on when they actually watch it. That's a completely different thing, because phone screens don't usually last that much longer. They're only really just prudent based on the videos that you're supposed to watch and the length of the videos. They're so prudent. They should not keep their screens on for long. Monitors, desktop monitors, and laptop screens can last so much longer than just the phone screens. Phone screens are fragile. So yeah, they can accept ads. They can accept a reasonable watch time on their phone with ads as long as it is in their time. They can actually do so. They can actually make sure that they enjoy themselves regardless of the advertisements. It's because their runtime, because of the screens, is tight. That's why they don't mind the ad. But desktop and laptops, these platforms definitely are a different story. So yeah, biggest complainants coming from those who are using rigs like this one.
If they're doing it, I think that kind of proves my point, is that people are willing to do it if they're on mobile. I just leave an ads come back, then I come back later, they're so fucking loud compared to the stream. Sometimes they are, yeah, you're right. It's more like a lot of people are increasingly having access to the internet, and not everyone comes from a place of high-tech knowledge for this to be the common norm. Yes, exactly. And so this is really what's going to happen, okay? Is that right now, obviously, a lot of people, almost everybody nowadays is on the internet, right? And so what's going to end up happening is you're going to have people that it becomes harder and harder and harder to ad block. And why do I think this is going to be the case? Because it is Google's entire business model to make you see ads. Like, there are billions of dollars riding on the ability for you to have to see ads. There are people that are working at this very moment on solutions to make you see ads. There is a massive profit incentive for these people to shut down ad blocks and to make them not work. Now, does that mean that you will always have to see ads if you are a super savvy tech user?
There is a very, very big profit margin if advertisements are being showed on videos to viewers who do not know how to use advertisement blockers. Yes, there is a big profit margin. There would be a big profit margin for those who are not aware of problems with advertising and the egregious advertisement placements that are being put on videos. Okay? There is a big profit margin there, unfortunately. Unfortunately. It really sucks to be one of the small fries who do not know what Adblock is, but unfortunately, they don't know that advertisers earn a lot because creators are asking their videos to be given advertisements. So, is this going to lead up to a future where advertisement blockers are no longer necessary? Yes, but only if you pay a platform subscription. Most who do not know how Adblock works, most who actually don't know what advertisements are, would usually say fuck you. To me, I find it annoying, advertisements, but I understand where advertisers are coming from. So, I'm just saying, fix the advertisement placements. Make it more tolerable for viewers. Just do that, and we wouldn't be having this problem.
Probably not. But it will become so intrusive and so annoying to remove the ads that most people will opt to just let it happen. Because having to change some sort of source code, put this stuff into their information, like, what the fuck, bro? How many people do you think are really going to do this?
I am actually preferring that there are actually advertisement blockers, regardless of whether I pay premium or not. There is a definite problem with advertisement placement. Until it is solved, I am still going to recommend advertisement blockers. I'm still doing that because advertisement placements are shit on every platform that actually runs them.
Nobody is going to fucking do this. Like, and that's the truth. And I know people are going to say, oh, everybody's going to do it. No, they're not. This is just, again, it's internet delusion. These are people who are thinking that they are actually the majority. It's insane. Most people that use the internet and watch YouTube videos are the laziest fucks in the world.
Unfortunately, he's right about that too. The ones who are watching the platforms are those who don't want to do anything. They just want to watch content, consume content, consume content, consume content, consume content without reacting and doing anything else to counteract the stuff that they see. Well, they can react to actually let other people know what their reaction is, but that's all they can do. They don't do much to contribute to changing the views of others. But does that deter me in trying to change? Does that deter me in changing the minds of others? In trying to change the mind of others? No. Advertisements, at least put them in the right places. I am saying it again. Put them in the right places so it can be appropriate for everyone. Okay? No advertisements from the beginning. Try to put advertisements somewhere not entirely halfway from on the video, but at least where it's reasonable to put them. Depends on the watch time of the person, right? You don't need to spam it. For Pete's sake, YouTube as a platform, Twitch as a platform. Unless there are streamer preferences, stop placing advertisements on unlikely places where viewers should see them.
Do you think that they're actually going to sit there and change this stuff? Absolutely not. So yes, it's the resistance, exactly. And so if you're resisting this kind of stuff, you will probably be able to do it for the indefinite future. But what I'm saying is that think of it like a race. And if you're running down a track and somebody puts one hurdle in front of you, you can jump over that hurdle and finish the race, right? But every single additional hurdle that they put in front of you, there are going to be less people that are going to be jumping over each single time. Whether it's, let's say half the people jump over at one hurdle and only a third of people jump over at 3 hurdles, let's say. And eventually you put so many hurdles in the way that the people that make it to the finish line are such a small percentage that it's inconsequential, and you have conditioned the general population into accepting a certain activity. And that's what happens. And that's what's going to happen. I'll tell you right now, I've been saying it for years. People told me whenever I said this was going to happen 3 years ago, they said I was crazy, I was insane, it would never happen. It's happening now. Go back and watch my videos about it. Anybody could have predicted this. I'm not Nostradamus. This is common sense.
Aspen, you just ruined my faith in humanity. You just did. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with this shit. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm not done with this shit.
Cybersecurity engineer, I know for a fact you don't know what you're talking about is more easy than what you think. Stop making a big deal out of this. Is easy. Okay. How do you do it? I'm excited. I love you, Daddy. Don't ban me. I'll just time you out. I'm sure it's easy for you as cybersecurity engineer to know how to do it. How many of you guys have worked help desk? IT help desk. You guys ever done this before? How many times has there been something that you thought was easy, but in fact for many people it wasn't that easy? Every time? Yes. Yes. There it is. There it is. I don't know if it affects viewership. However, we live in an infinite growth capitalism. There will be a point where YouTube serves too many ads and it will cause viewers to leave. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but I don't think it's really at that level. I personally don't think that the ads on YouTube are intrusive or problematic. I really don't think so. Like they ask you to watch a 15-second ad, and most of the ones that are longer than that you can just skip after 5 seconds. I think this is extremely reasonable. It is a free service that is providing top quality video content for no charge whatsoever, that has an algorithm that feeds you videos that you like seeing. I think this is extremely reasonable and it's hosting all of these videos. You can upload your own videos. I think this is extremely fucking fair. They sell information? No. You can watch YouTube without an account. Ads in the middle of a song, though? Yeah, that's stupid. But the people that put the ads in the middle of the song, that's not YouTube. That's the individual who made the music. I'll read a few more comments. True, ad blocks will always win. A few geniuses working for a company versus millions of nerds and geniuses. I think that the people that have this perspective really don't understand how many resources and how many tools. This is a cope. Yeah, it's a massive cope. It's like, again, it's like an internet user power fantasy. Like, I'll give you a great example of this. Look at Reddit. Do you remember when Reddit made the API changes and everybody got mad about it? Do you remember whenever Twitter made the massive changes and they got rid of everything and nothing happened? Do you remember whenever YouTube got rid of the dislike button and nothing happened? It's so astonishing to me that people actually think that they're smarter than these multi-billion-dollar companies.
There is actually no clear winner as to who there's actually no clear winner between those who make Adblock plugins to those who are actually enforcing its shutdown, its cracking down.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Okay. Look, I can understand where some people are coming from when it comes to Adblock's actually wanting to succeed more than the corporate rule of the internet, okay? Advertisement blockers. They can be safe or they can be unsafe, but in a matter of speaking, it's all about money. And most corporations, when driven by money, will do anything to protect their investment, and YouTube as a platform is an investment unregulated by the US government, and unfortunately they got to say when it comes to advertisements. Because YouTube is run by Google, what can I say? It really sucks. That's reality. That is a fucking reality, and I hate that reality.
That have their entire business plan dedicated to solving this problem. You actually think that you're gonna figure it out over them. Got the extension, man. That's just crazy. Let's see here. Without software geniuses choose to work on this sort of thing, only the Adblock side has geniuses. You really think that the people... Dude, what? What are these people thinking? Oh my God. Jesus.
Okay, whether you like it or not, if there are people who are commenting a lot against the will of the advertisers, they will. And they will do it. They will do it.
Which beat it. Yeah, what's this here, guys? Whatever your Ubok Origin stuff's working, all you need to do is this. I'm telling you guys, like, Ubok Origin's still working fine for me. Yeah, mine works just fine too. YouTube ads in every single video I look at now. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't see why they offer a super simplified version of YouTube Premium that's cheap and only offers no ads. I actually think this is a great idea too. That's what they should do as well. Switch to Brave browser if you want to avoid ads. Couldn't the Brave browser, couldn't they just block people seeing things from a certain browser? I'm pretty sure they can. They can, but that would get them sued. No, it wouldn't. How would it get them sued? Antitrust? I doubt it. I think that the truth is that I think the government would actually side with Google in this circumstance. Because like what basically what they're saying is that, so you think about it, right? Is that wrong? I disagree. So the reason why, and I'm talking about the US, right? I don't know what the EU laws are, I'm not sure. But if the reason why people are using a service is because they don't want to, like they're basically using it to bypass the monetization of something. I think that that's, if they want to block that, they're totally fine to do it. I do. Because the website couldn't exist if they were doing that. Everybody couldn't exist. It would be impossible. Google is their biggest earner. Yeah, it's not going to have, not going to block. They're going to sue Google. YouTube is not essential. It's a service. You choose to watch with ads or not. You're not entitled to YouTube. Yeah, I think that's probably true too. But let's see here. I'll read a few more of these. They ever stop my ad blocker? I'm just going to find another place to watch random dumb shit. Does anybody believe this? Does anybody actually believe that this is going to happen?
Okay, if you're trying to claim that you're going to stop, if they stop your ad block, you'll just find another place to watch random dumb shit. Okay, would you actually be doing that? Because the thing is, a platform sticks to its own guns. And if you're going to switch to another if you're going to switch to viewing another platform, and you don't find what you need over there, wouldn't it just make you go back to the platform where you are able to find the content that you need? I mean, it's a bit funny. If they ever stop my ad blocker, I'll just find another place to watch random dumb shit. That's too big of a step, man. That's way too big of a step. And I'm saying it to you right now. You are making finding a certain viewer experience a real hassle at this point. I mean, I can understand you don't want advertisements, but if you want to change your viewing experience, forcing it by actually watching different platforms too, you are making it a hassle on yourself. I see this as a personal problem. Unfortunately, I must agree with Asmon here that this may not be true and that you're really not being sincere. Because if you are being sincere, then my man, you are missing out on a lot. Unfortunately, you are missing out on a lot.
No. Again, this is what I think is going to happen. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know. I think that this is going to become more and more common. The ad block stuff, there are a lot of people who are very adamant about the idea that if they stop allowing people to use ad block, that people will stop using the website. Based off of all the data that I have acquired through my career as being a content creator, all of the data that I have observed through not only being a content creator, but actually I went to college for business administration. I understand how to read statistics, etc. Every single graph I have seen, every single metric that I have seen, every single thing that I have seen does not prove that there is a correlation. Nothing proves so far that there is a correlation with having pre-roll ads or ads, even on Twitch, with lower viewership. Not a single thing that I've seen. And Again, I think that there will always be a way to get rid of ads if you are an extremely savvy user. If you know a lot about tech and you know a lot about programming and how to use these extensions and how to remove caches. Like, for example, do you remember whenever, for example, I went to, like, I think it was like Forbes, it might have been another website, and it's not loading right now, and it put like a paywall up in front of me, and then I just opened the cached version and I read the article anyway. Do you guys remember whenever I did that? And everybody in the chat was like, wow, what the fuck? I can't believe he did that. I never knew you could do that. So guess what? Most people don't fucking understand this shit. And I think that if you actually worked help desk anywhere, which I did, man, was that an eye-opener. I've worked help desk before. You cannot even imagine how stupid some people are with computers. It is scary. So you're right that maybe as a super invested internet user, you will be able to avoid watching ads. But in a general sense, ad blockers, I think, will one day become a thing of the past. Different websites and different stores will no longer make them compatible with different browsers. People will be unwilling to use random browsers because they just don't know what they are, and the established browsers are much more trusted, and people don't trust things on the internet. It's just there are a lot of things that are going to come together. People are just less tech savvy, I think, in general on the internet.
So basically, people have the right to refuse you from coming in to transacting with them because you have things that they don't like. I think that is what's happening. So YouTube has the right to refuse viewership if those viewers have advertisement blockers. Unfortunately, it is in their right. Still, I fucking hate it, but whatever.
The internet than they were 10 years ago because the internet is much more normie nowadays. My HR manager had to look at what directions batteries go. Yeah, there you go. But one point is that you don't understand Adblock works in the background. It's reduced multiple hurdles to having that one add-on. Okay, so then what happens whenever people like Google make Chrome? By the way, just so you guys understand this, Chrome is 63% of the worldwide internet market share in September 2023. So what happens whenever Chrome is shit, though? It doesn't matter. And also,
unfortunately, Chrome is the big dog right now. Yeah. They still make plugins when it comes to advertisement blockers on Chrome. But yeah. Okay.
so Safari is second. Edge is fifth. Look at this. Fucking massive. Now, I use Firefox. I've always used Firefox. Apparently, nobody else uses this anymore. So, if you're Google and you make a change like this, it's going to affect everybody. So, why would Google want people to download something that hurts their business model? This change won't bother normies since they don't give a fuck about this kind of stuff. Exactly. And that's what I think is going to happen. This is going to become increasingly more common. I think everybody hates ads, but the degree that everybody hates ads, I think, is overstated.
Yeah. Unfortunately, those who hate ads, they're in the minority. But some ads are necessary to actually run businesses. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I want to hate you for saying that, so I'm just gonna say it. I fucking hate you, Asmon, for saying this.
Most people, and this is, again, backed up by very large amounts of data that I have seen. You can look at streamers that run a lot of ads versus streamers that don't run a lot of ads. There is no tangible viewer difference whenever that happens. There is a viewer power fantasy that exists.
Okay, I'm just hearing that there's magnitude 5.0 in Calacca, Batangas. Aftershocks. Uh-oh. There's, this is an extreme emergency alert. But this happened 8:24 a.m. Oh shit. Well, you don't hear from me because whatever there is. Oh boy, why did there have to be an earthquake? But I don't feel anything at the moment. If I feel something, I'll let you guys know. But at the moment, I don't feel anything. Okay, let's keep going.
That if you run ads or you do sponsored streams or something like that, we are going to stop watching you. What I have learned over the last 10 years is that is not a we, that is a me. And most of the times, it's not even a me, it's just a lie. They're going to sit there and they're going to complain, and then they're going to eat it and they're going to deal with it. And they might complain a couple of times, and then eventually they let it happen. And that is how it happens. Every single time. Once again, it's a good time to be a tech geek. It always is. Yep, there we go. I'll read a few more of these, and then I want to move on. I agree on that. There's a share of a market that doesn't want to see ads, and that's true as well. Well, they don't want to see ads. Okay, well then what's the... You have to understand the logic behind this, right? There is so much money behind making you see ads versus there being no money behind making you not want to see ads. So what do you think is going to win out? Billions of dollars of advertising revenue, or a few nerds that don't want to watch a 15-second ad? Come on. They're going to figure it out. YouTube also has a premium model that's ad-free, so it makes sense for them to implement this change since they're losing money off the top from ad blockers. From a normie's perspective, if it bothers them, they'll just buy a premium version. That is true, man. Absolutely. What's great about ad range is this isn't a new fucking model. Yep, you're right about that. And there's a question, who paid for their ad blocker? Well, usually they're free to download, man. And that's it. Let's see here. Based on the numbers, do you even lose a single percentage of viewers off of ads? Do you even lose 1% of viewers off of ads? No. But maybe. It's very hard to say because like it's such a small number that there's like so much natural variance that exceeds 1%. It's hard to actually look at that 1% variance and decide, oh, that's why this happened.
You know, I'm pretty interested to actually hear the number, Asmon. But okay, I can believe you. I can believe you when it comes to only a few people who are just leaving your streams or your YouTube videos just because there are ads showing on any of your content. It's really annoying. It is unbelievably annoying to actually watch ads. It really is. Okay, why do I keep saying that like it's actually a disc repeating a song? I mean, whatever. I'm a 90s kid. I love discs. I love repeating songs. I also love repeating my own words. Fuck it.
So it's like you can't isolate that variable because it's too small and it's too granular with everything else that's happening at the same time. So I don't think so. What about really small streamers? They might have brand new viewers checking in, no, not the big ones. I've said before, I do think that pre-roll ads instantaneously are bad. Yeah, I think so. I want to apologize for what I said earlier. I understand your point now. Completely agree with you. I also, however, want people find ways to bypass that. Someone who's more tech savvy might create something and make it easier for those that aren't tech savvy, as we see in the case of ad blockers. Yes, we can. And I do think that, like, for example, like the Pirate Bay is a good example of this, right? Whenever the Pirate Bay went down and, like, you know, it was going down and up and down and up and, like, it lost popularity, I feel like a lot of people, like myself and, like, a number of other people that I know, stopped using it. And we stopped pirating because it was just annoying to go through other websites and they weren't really high quality websites. So you're right that, like, obviously people will try to promote stuff like this, but it's also up to Google to determine whether they allow those things to interact with their browser or not. Yeah, there were people, whenever LimeWire was removed, that stopped pirating content. So that's what I'm really trying to get at. Obviously, this is a topic. This is one of the topics that I love talking about because I have an opinion that a lot of people disagree with, and my opinion is right because of numbers, and other people are mad because the numbers don't agree with their opinion. And I just think it's funny whenever I talk about this stuff and people get pissed off about it. Well, Mouse, so cocky? I'm not cocky. I'm just experienced in being right. Just like I was 3 years ago whenever I said this was going to happen, and everybody said I was crazy.
Okay, Asmon. You've proven your point. Well done. You convinced me. Kind of. Thing is, it's already sad enough that I have to actually bear with the fact that you still need to actually watch ads if you're not a YouTube Premium user and you don't have an advertisement blocker plugin. It's just, it really scars your viewing experience. It really is. It's just, it is a necessary evil. I'm going to say it is a necessary evil that there are advertisements that exist because they're providing a free service to you. YouTube is a platform that provides a free service. And when there's free service, they should get some sort of income. They should get some sort of income from the viewers. Those who are trying to enjoy their services. So those who are free and checking their platform should actually see advertisements because that's the only way that free users can actually see their platform while also promoting themselves, while also seeing promotions from different brands depending on the region. YouTube as a corporation does that. I mean, YouTube under a corporation actually does that because it's within their right and it is their basic way of actually earning something. So there's no pushback, unfortunately, from the minority about ad blocks. I mean the annoying advertisements. There's no pushback. There's no big pushback about the annoying advertisement placements, but there should be a big pushback to really shake things up. And I do want that there should be a big pushback. Okay, I just want to make sure that people understand it. I don't want to see annoying advertisement placements. I really don't. I really just don't. So, is that going to change things? Is that going to change things when it comes to how I view YouTube? Yes, it will still change what I think about YouTube. It changes every time. It changes either for the better, it changes either for the worse, either for the better or worse. It's just there. I'm staying on the platform because I'm a creator, and of course, that's exactly what I want to do. To try to change it a little bit, if I could. Try to give a reaction to all things that are happening on the platform, and maybe, just maybe, we could actually see good change happening for the viewer experience, for the optimum viewer experience. Those without the YouTube Premium subscription. That, my friends, is what I think is important to me. Okay? That's what I think is important to me. So it does come to the fact that even if there is a minority of users who are using Adblock, they still express themselves. Either they express themselves by giving tips on how to bypass Adblock, or they actually don't like the fact that YouTube is doing this at all. Because first off, they are earning so much from advertisements that they shouldn't really care about this. This is really just abnormal for YouTube. Or maybe they're just racking in so much money, they care so much for their investment that they don't want it to break. I believe that type of mentality is stupid, and they should just stop even caring, because they got so much money in their hands. They think they can actually do everything to keep themselves maintained. They already stopped getting themselves maintained months ago. Seriously, too many videos, too many users already. You just gotta believe this. You just gotta believe that there is a problem with YouTube. If ads are a problem to people, should YouTube just fix it? There should actually just be YouTube fixing this. There should just be YouTube just fixing the advertisement placements by lessening it, appropriating placements. That's it. That's all they gotta do. Seriously. If they want to stop the ad blockers, they just gotta make their advertisement placements appropriate. Just what I'm saying. Do that, and they wouldn't have any problems from users who are whining. That's all they gotta do. And they aren't doing it because they don't care. They don't care what other people say. That's just great.